What's up, hybrids? Welcome back to another episode of the Fandom Hybrid Podcast. This is Hanako, and I am here with Anthony and Dina, and we are discussing the penultimate season 3 episode of House of the Dragon. And this is the episode where loyalties are tested and you find out who fights for who. Because let me tell you, I was looking side-eye at a lot of things in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dragons, people.
Dragons, people.
Listen.
Mamas.
Oh.
No, not the mamas. the child. Because that was...
I just feel like, is this the year of this? Is this the year for TV and incest? I don't know. Is this the year for that?
I guess. And it's so funny because that's what I was thinking about. I was like, you would think having just come off of season 3 of Interview with the Vampire / the Vampire Lestat, you would think that this would be like nothing. And it was just still like, are y'all really about to lean into this? Like, I had stank look on my face and everything. And right before, I just had to pause it like, okay, let me get my mind right. But we're skipping ahead. Let's rewind it a little bit. Because I want to start at the beginning. We need to talk about Helaena.
Yes.
I don't know if it's the fact that everything is starting to come to a boil, but her visions are getting more and more frequent. Yeah. They're getting more and more out there. And I don't know.
Can I just say this?
Yeah.
Dreamfire is a beautiful dragon.
Yes. My God. Right?
And Dreamfire. Her on Dreamfire.
She looked bad as fuck on the dragon.
She really did.
But Dreamfire,
I was like, I need to see whatever this is. I need to see this in real time because it was.
Helaena would be a badass on that dragon, but Helaena said something that you have mentioned several times before, Anthony. Helaena told Rhaenyra that she didn't want to be on Dreamfire. She didn't want to be a dragon rider because she didn't want to change. Mm-hmm. And that's something you've been talking about, how the dragons kind of alter the people's personality. And I think even Daemon mentioned it in the episode because of Rhaena and Sheep Stealer. When Rhaenyra finally finds out, he was like, she was not herself. She's not herself.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess they are leaning into that theory that, yeah, you know what, your dragons kind of control your temperament and vice versa.
Or just influence it a little bit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
We see it later with Aegon and Sunfire.
Listen.
So okay. His anger just like it just pulled Sunfire out of his hibernation.
Yes, and I really feel like that's what it was, because before he was so not necessarily docile. Well, I guess docile, because that's the word I had in my head, and I was like, you saw a little bit of the fire in him, but nothing like you saw towards the end when he was like, okay, you know what, fuck this, let me let y'all know who I am now. And I am not an Aegon fan, but in that moment, I was like, you know what? I could see it.
Yep.
I could see it, because he was like, he has a whole army in front of him, and he was like, okay, let me tell y'all now, I ain't no punk. I had the Bernie Mac in my head. I ain't no punk. He was like, look, I am Aegon Targaryen. I am the true king. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then it was so funny because he was so into his speech. He didn't hear Sunfire coming behind him. I was like, dude, your dragon.
Where is your antennas? Because
he was into it. And then when he turned around and realized, that confidence went up by 100. I was like, okay, you know what? Aegon, in this episode, I fucks with you.
Yeah.
Like, it was good.
It was good. I could see myself trading after that. That was so fire. I was screaming.
Yeah.
That was Aegon we needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one who's like, I'm tired of people making decisions for me. Basically, he's doing the opposite of what Alicent told him to do. She basically, remember last season, she was like, you basically just sit there and let other people run the kingdom like we've been doing. And Aegon in this episode, I think he was just kind of like, you know what? The whole reason why I am where I am is because other people were controlling me, telling me what to do.
Yep.
So you want me to go to Castle Rock? No, I want to go to Bravos. Let's go to Bravos. And you want to flee from this army? No, I'm gonna keep going. He said, I'm not gonna die a coward. I'm not gonna go down in history letting everyone think that my brother killed me.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm not gonna do that. If I die, I'm gonna die a king. And if you think about what he said as opposed to what Mr. Crispy said last week, we do hear about Aegon in the future.
Yeah.
We don't hear nothing about Kristen.
Yeah.
So, like I said, maybe this is the spark that Aegon is just like, okay, you know what? This is what I need. I need to come back. I need to stand firm. And if I die, okay, at least y'all can say, well, he stood up for himself.
Yeah, he went down swinging.
He went down swinging in pain, but he picked up that sword. He was like, okay, look, let me tell y'all this. I will not bend the knee because I am the king. We got a lot of people declaring to be kings and queens in this episode.
Yeah.
Because even Daron is like, I'm supposed to be king, and how am I supposed to be king if he doing all this bullshit talking about Ormond? But we'll get into that later. Let's go back to Helaena because that's where I said I wanted to start.
Yeah.
You know what I forgot? I forgot for some reason. I wasn't looking at them as sisters. I totally forgot that they're
that they're well, because this whole thing has made it look like they're not related at all.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. Because I think there was a very, very deliberate boundary between Rhaenyra and then Alicent's children. For so many reasons. One, that was your former best friend. Two, now she's your stepmother. Three, she has the boys that are needed to, make a quote unquote proper claim to the throne, which challenges Rhaenyra's position. So there were a lot of reasons why they probably just didn't really interact.
Which is crazy to me, because if I thought that there was a chance that Rhaenyra would murder my sons to keep from them being king or whatever, or whatever, taking her place, I would have endeared her to them so much that she couldn't. It would be like it was her own fucking kids. Like, I don't understand making the shit worse at all. Like, she would be like, she already, like, these are my brothers and sisters, I don't want to hurt them, but now I have to, right? Like, so imagine how she would have been if you had endeared them to her and let them grow up being like, this is my sister.
Right. Or if you had just let, like, when all of this started coming up, Aegon told his mother point blank, I don't want it. Let Rhaenyra be queen. I don't care. I don't want it.
I don't want it.
And I mean, he said he was very sincere when he said, I don't want this shit. They forced that on him. Same thing with Daron. Daron is like, okay, Ormond is styling me king. He was like, but if I am king, like, I don't care. Let Rhaenyra keep that crown. I don't want it. Daron is like, I don't want to be part of none of this crazy mess.
Right. Especially now. Ormond being oh my God, this guy.
So yeah.
Let's go back to Helaena.
Yeah.
Yep, sorry.
But with Helaena and her visions, like I only got to watch the episode once.
Yeah.
But she has so many visions in this episode. And I'm just like, okay, Anthony, I think you're a little bit deeper into the book lore than I am. Did you make heads or tails of anything that she was seeing? No?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So I guess that's just something we need to go back, watch, and pay attention.
Well, the first one wasn't a lot. That first one was not a lot, but the rest of them, like
felt fairly prophetic.
That last one, especially when she's in the yard with the children and there's snow, I feel like that's talking about White Walkers coming and changing things, and winter is coming and all that.
I was thinking of that too. Winter is coming.
Yeah, and then with the eclipse that happened.
Right. And I feel like maybe Rhaenyra or somebody takes her kid when it's born to like keep it away, so that it doesn't become a problem. But maybe obviously not kill it, but just took it away.
Okay, so I gotta go back and look, but did you notice that in that vision where she was having the baby and the soldier took the baby away from her? Was it just me or was that soldier Kristen Cole?
Oh, you know what? I couldn't see his face very well.
I think that was on purpose, but it looked like him.
Oh.
Just
Is
like,
that Daddy? Is that Daddy?
no,
Oh,
no,
oh, God, no.
not
Look,
for
I would
Hannah.
not even at this point. Would not.
But what I need for Rhaenyra to do, I need her to dial it back just a little bit. Helaena is a little sensitive.
Yeah.
You come at her with all that wrath and fury.
And then she
Right,
clearly ain't
and
scared
grabbing
because she
her
was
hand.
like, "Bitch, what you doing?"
Yeah.
But I mean, also she said it right there when Rhaenyra asked her. She said, "You think the dragons change us?" She said, "You've got 6 dragons. Don't you think it's changing you?" And Rhaenyra's like, "No, it's not changing me." And then literally right after that, you are. Did you see this? Did you see that? What does it say?
Yeah.
And grabbing her,
Yeah.
bitch. You will use just a little bit different, just a little
Yeah.
bit, but enough for it to be.
And then sister. Yeah. Sister. She tried to come with that familiar sister.
Mm-hmm.
Like that didn't she ain't dumb. She
Right.
flighty and a little woo-woo, but she not dumb.
No. And I think it's very interesting that this season has shifted from, the first 2 seasons, a lot of people, Team Black, give Rhaenyra the throne, blah, blah, blah. And now that they have her on the throne and you see how she's faltering, you're starting to see those flaws in her personality like a lot more. And I'm just looking at this like, okay, so are they now trying to make us hate her as opposed to, let's say, with Daenerys? Because with Daenerys, a lot of people were very shocked at her quote unquote sudden turn into madness. A lot of people felt like it wasn't fair. So I wonder if they're kind of easing us into it with Rhaenyra, because I don't know, maybe she is going to be mad. No one else has had 6 dragons at the same time before in Targaryen history. So yeah, I feel like they're starting to show a little bit of a decline in her.
Yeah, I think they're trying to show how weighty restraint is in her situation. If you want to compare it to Daenerys never showed restraint. But we have a person
after she got real power, because before she had all the restraint in the fucking world.
I don't know. She would Dracarys a person in the heartbeat. That's not restraint.
No, I just mean like knowing her brother was terrible to her, but she was the queen and she didn't do nothing to him until he laid hands on her. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
and
she
that
had restraint.
That was what woke it up.
But then when you have dragons, why do you need to have restraint if you got all the power?
That's what Daemon is trying to tell her.
Yeah.
You have it. You need to use it.
Yeah.
But holding on to all that, knowing that she can, that's a lot of weight. That's a heavy burden.
Yeah.
So at any moment, you could just say, you know what, forget y'all, burn Tumbleton down, burn a few people in King's Landing, and it's over.
I would be Dina the Terrible by the time I'll be done.
Yeah, but again, I feel like she's trying so hard to hold on to Viserys's vision
legacy
of who he is, and I just, at this point, I think everybody's saying like, Rhaenyra, you need to be your own woman. Stop living for a dead man. Stop living under the weight of his expectations.
But that's also something
later that she talks about that specifically. She knows that it's wrong, and she's still doing it anyway.
Because her dad did that same thing with Jaehaerys's legacy, when like the stepson's problem and all these different problems would arise, and Daemon's like, "Let me go murder people," and he's like, "No, no, 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 no. We need to be peaceful." Like Jaehaerys, like he did that same poor job ruling.
Yeah.
But I think with Jaehaerys, though, when Jaehaerys was first king, he wasn't afraid to use the dragons. And that's why people stayed in line, because they knew he could pop off at any moment.
Yeah, they didn't want to be barbecued.
Right. But Viserys, they didn't know, they knew he wasn't going to do anything. So they did whatever.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
But here's the thing, too. Okay, so Rhaenyra understands that Helaena is a dreamer and that she sees visions. The girl just told you she only gets flashes.
Right.
So why are you expecting her to be so specific with things? And did you see Aemond at Harranhal, and what's this and what's that? Ain't how this works.
But she did see Aemond at Harrenhal.
She did.
This is true. This is true.
But I did wonder, I mean, she was coming on too strong and being weird.
She was.
But I did wonder why Helaena was like not telling her that, yes, I saw, Aemond died, whatever. Because I just kind of feel like she knows he's gonna die.
She knows he's gonna die,
no
but
reason to trust Rhaenyra. And
right,
two,
but I feel like at this point she knows Rhaenyra is not about to do. She knows Rhaenyra not about to do nothing to her.
All the stuff Alicent, you realize Alicent is really good at getting in people's heads and manipulating them. Yeah. All Alicent has been telling her is Rhaenyra's going to kill her child. Rhaenyra's going to kill your child over and over again, and that can be influencing her a little bit. Yeah. In addition to, she don't really know Rhaenyra. She ain't really having a conversation with her.
Yeah.
And she's gotten everything from Alicent.
Right.
So
and I was going to say, and even though Aegon and Aemond are terrible as people, those are still her full siblings. So she probably still has loyalty to Aemond, even though she probably knows he doesn't deserve it and she knows he's going to die. But I think also her saying something about Aemond, she would also have to say something about someone else. And I just don't think she wants to do that, because how do you know how Rhaenyra is going to react to that kind of
thing? She knows, because Alicent told her she's going to kill him. That is that simple.
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about Daemon.
Oh, okay. Either way.
Yeah. But
because she's having visions of everybody.
Right. I noticed that. So here's the thing. Maybe you don't want to be mean to the person who can see the future.
Yeah.
This maybe. I mean, I don't think that would affect anything, but you don't want Helaena telling you something bad.
Yeah. Or just not saying anything at all.
Or out of anger. Yeah, but I'm looking at it in the background, and Rhaenyra looks almost unhinged. And I love the way that Helaena just kind of looked at her and looked down at her hand like, bitch, if you don't get off.
Right. Like, what? It don't change you. Oh, it don't change you. You jacking me up right now.
Change right here. Yeah.
Like, you literally woke me up. I ain't even started my day yet.
Why are you standing over me?
Right. Like, don't you see I'm tired? I'm pregnant. Like, leave me alone. And you come in here and you talking all this and you're trying to manhandle me. Girl, if you don't go somewhere right near, I need you to get your shit together.
She should have waited for her to wake up, invited her to breakfast, sat down and had a conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
How hard is that?
But
she's becoming unhinged.
She is. And also, I don't think Rhaenyra really understands how to. I don't think she's like really a people person. Not this version of her. Maybe when she was younger, but this version of her, she doesn't know how to like really talk to people and kind of relate to them. And I mean, you see that's going to cause some problems later on because we see what was happening at the end of the episode with Ulf. So Rhaenyra, I need you to
fucking Ulf.
I don't know, take some etiquette classes or something, because you need to figure out how to better relate to people, because other than that, you're gonna have people turning on you left and right. Yeah. And then also, okay, let's talk about this too as well, as far as her changing and kind of the things that she's doing and the path that she's going. Now I know this story is different on the show than it is from the books, but I have a real problem with the fact that all his issues and all his whatever, Daemon has been a loyal husband to you, and you over here messing around with the castle gossip, who you literally had just told her you have been trying to turn me against Daemon at every turn, and then bitch, what are you doing?
But that's her MO. She's wishy-washy like that. She's very wishy-washy because she's mad at Damon and then she go run to her. She mad at her, she go run to Damon. And then she mad at this person, she go to this person. Like that's just kind of who she is. But I tell you what, my Miss Arya, all I keep getting from her is Inara, the companion from Firefly. She is companioning her ass. And she falling for it is all I'm getting at this point. I'm like, okay.
See, I was feeling something different. I was thinking, especially after that conversation with the madam or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I feel like maybe her end game is to burn it all down. Like,
I mean, it
turn
could be
everybody against each other, because
it could be.
It would leave everything to the people.
No, I mean it totally could be, but I just mean like she's playing Rhaenyra.
Yeah, she
using
is.
that skill, that whorehouse skill. She's she's definitely playing her, and I don't like it.
And I also feel like part of her is still jealous about the fact that Daemon chose Rhaenyra. Daemon was like, okay, you know what? I'm all in. Let me go be with my wife. And first of all, please get your husband's ex-lover out your castle. Just in no world does that make sense.
It's almost like she had her on there just to spite him, but I realized she allowed her to be seduced into that position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because she made herself useful one time and it worked out for you.
Yeah.
That's all she needed. Just one little piece, then another little piece, and now you in for a penny, in for a pound. Yeah. And the thing is, what's happening. Rhaenyra knows what's happening. She said it.
Right.
She knows what's going on.
And you're still letting it happen. Like, what are you doing, Rhaenyra? What are you doing?
Bruh, what are we doing?
Bruh, what are we doing? That's funny.
And it's just like, I don't know. Part of me feels like she was I don't know if sincere is the word I want to use. I feel like, kind of like the madam told her, you worked your way in here, and now you're starting to be taken in by all the fanciness and your status and stuff. It's changing you, and I think maybe that shook her, because in her mind she's doing this because, oh yeah, I can help the common folk, I can help the small folk by being in this position. But now you are sitting on high, kind of looking down on them, even though you're helping, but still this is not a good look.
The question that she said that shook her was, what power do you have?
Mm-hmm.
That shook her.
Yeah.
That shook her. All you have to offer me is you can talk to her in her ear.
Yeah.
What can you do? Like,
right.
Well, that's the thing. It reminds me of, like, and I'm not saying this as a bad thing towards cop in general, but like, it just reminds me of people who grew up and they are like, I'm gonna be a cop so I can change things. Well, once you're under that regime, under that brotherhood or whatever it is, you're gonna do whatever you got to do to stay attached, stay wherever you at. You're not gonna just
stay safe.
You're gonna stay safe, because once you see how things are run, you're not gonna want to go against it. You don't want to be killed. You don't want to be fired. You don't want, So it's kind of like that. Like, yeah, you say you want to help the small folk, But when it comes down to it, if Rhaenyra's whole goal is not to help the small folk, that means at some point you're gonna have to turn against her. At some point you're gonna die. And I don't know. I don't feel like that's her jam. That she's really just gonna go up against Rhaenyra if she don't help the small folk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like she's full of shit.
Yeah,
And
and
she's
that's
using
why I
her
feel like
whole
she's sort of.
magic against Rhaenyra.
That's why I feel like she's sort of like Littlefinger. That chaos is a ladder. If you just turn everybody against each other and they tear each other apart, she'll be the one left standing.
Mm.
Yeah.
Littlefinger.
I don't mean to invoke Littlefinger, but
I mean,
that's what it looks
he's
like.
a legend.
Yeah. He's a
And
master
she
of
literally is
turning
doing,
everybody against each other. Started a war.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing. Because especially with like when all of this stuff happened and she started following Rhaenyra out and she was talking, she was like, because I think Sheep Stealer had been cited with a writer that Baela and Adam had come in and said, hey, we saw Sheep Stealer and he has a writer, but we don't know who it was. And Rhaenyra comes out and she's just sitting there just whispering, oh yeah, I know he told you that he got Sheep Stealers
right.
But did you really think that he did that? And you know Daemon is good for lying and blah 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 blah. I was like, Rhaenyra, if you don't shut this girl up, like she's just and
That's
not even just Rhaenyra. I'm sure other people around the castle are starting to notice this as well.
Right.
And then that's going to cause even more chaos, if you will, because you have the people who are there who are probably like really loyal to Rhaenyra, but then you probably also have the people like, okay, look, she don't want to hear no petitions anymore. She didn't do anything after all the gold cloaks got murdered. This woman sitting here whispering in her ear about her husband and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, why would we want to follow her?
Yeah.
She can't even handle her business. You know, you letting Torrin Manderly just talk to you any kind of way, which I understand because he clocked it.
I would be pissed if I was
him. I was put in this position to be a scapegoat. Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
You were.
I mean, legit, just that's it.
And
that's all.
It. But he's just saying everything, and then everyone is starting to talk. And he was like, excuse me, I wasn't done. I said, oh, okay. This is gonna be an interesting one. And then Madam, what's her name next to him? She was like, excuse me, and you still owe me Harranhal. Rhaenyra's like, look, just take it. Take it.
Nobody cares about Harranhal.
And take
it. Soldiers, go up there, take it. I mean, at least if they come back
there. And just stay there, because I don't see your ass at my small council table anymore.
You take that broke ass castle and you just go live there, ma'am.
Yeah, I would I would like to see her try to take it from Alice Rivers, because Alice is doing some shit.
Child.
She is doing some mess.
Is that where we're going to? Is that where we're going next?
Yes, that's where we're going now, because we
talk about this. Well, because we got, that the next few scenes was the incest dream, so.
Isn't it interesting that Daemon had a similar dream?
Yeah.
Except Aemond's wasn't really a dream now, was it?
Yeah, Aemond's was a dream. Well, okay, no, because it was actually Alice.
It was actually Alice.
But it's interesting because yes, they had similar dreams. They're in the same bed.
Mm-hmm. And that bed is made out of wood.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that's so, and I don't want to say interesting, so Daemon's, you could kind of figure that is more of a psychological thing, because Daemon doesn't even remember his mother.
Right.
He was 3 when she died, and he said it before, and he said in this episode also, but he doesn't really remember his mother. So that, I think, was just a little bit different. Aemond knows his mother. He was raised by his mother, and she was
his mother before.
For all intents and purposes, she was a decent mother. She didn't abandon them to the nannies, and she didn't just send them away. I mean, Daron she sent away, but she sent Daron away for a good reason. And it doesn't seem to have affected him in the negative, because we saw in the last episode, he's still concerned about his mother. He was like, did you see my mother when you were there? So she was a very present mother. So Aemond's fixation with her is disturbing.
Very.
Because, he's always, but I guess at the same time, it also explains why he's always so hostile with her. Because maybe he knows that he's feeling that and he's not supposed to feel that, so he pushes her away. And then, of course, what was it, not last episode, 2 episodes ago, he makes that move and kisses her, and it's just kind of like, okay, boy, you got some issues, which we already knew this.
Yeah.
The Targaryen side of the family got some issues, but Aemond is a little bit different. And the fact that I don't know if Alice is making him see Alicent, but I guess obviously they weren't doing anything before, probably because he was like, no, I don't want to. And that was the way she was like, okay, I'm gonna I got to get a son in me somehow, so let me do this. I was just like,
yeah, I think that it's in his subconscious, and I think her power helps her know these things, but also because I feel like she knew, because she said later, you Targaryens and your mothers later on. And I was just like, oh, child, that's terrible. Like, she used that against him for sure. She just shouldn't have said nothing, because that jogged him out. Like, wait a minute, my mom would never say that to me about wanting to put a son in her. What? No. And that's what woke him up out of it. So I think she definitely knows he got mommy issues, just like Damien had mommy issues, and she used that because she probably was reading something in them.
But she didn't say, she wasn't specific about mothers. She said you Targaryens are all the same. And I don't think I don't know if that was something that he would have picked up on, because of course, why would he know what Daemon dreamed about? But yeah, she said you Targaryens are the same, which also makes me feel like maybe those two aren't the first Targaryens she targeted. I don't know. I mean, because we really don't know how old she is.
That's true.
You don't really know her parentage, so it's kind of like maybe she. I don't know, but the fact that when she did say that and he looked at her and she said, when he pushed her off, she said, "What did you see?" I said, "Oh, bitch, you playing with his mind." Because you know what he saw. And the fact that fake Alicent said almost word for word what real Alicent said when she got there, even to the point of the holding his face. But of course, the real Alicent was doing that as a mother. Like, there was nothing weird about it. She didn't say anything weird. Like, she didn't do the whole, oh yeah, it's been a long journey, I'd be glad to to get into bed. I was like, this is the same boy that kissed you a couple episodes ago. Why are you talking? Why? Like, it was just weird to me. And then I was like, Alice is playing with his mind. But I didn't think it was going to go where it went.
Yeah.
Because they were literally like getting it on. And then Alice, of course, reveals herself. And I was just like, okay. I don't know if she's about to try to drive this man crazy so that she can get what she wants, because obviously her goal is to get pregnant.
Yeah.
Please mention it. And then once they have Alicent there and they're eating dinner, Aemond mentions it. He says, our time is coming, and it will be a rule of unsullied kings. I know Alicent was like, hold the fuck up.
Especially when he said, and you have a part in it too, mother. I was like, oh, no. And I was like, oh, no.
Yeah. Nah, said the cat.
Like, I'm not going to be here for this. And you saw when he said that, Alice got pissed.
Yes.
Yeah, mother, you can stay here with us. Alice was like, no, I'm sure your mama want to go home. He was like, no.
Like, this was not a part of the plan. She said this was not a part of my plan. No.
She don't need nobody in her way.
Look, but if she want to get some from him, she might need to keep Alicent around, because that seems to be the only thing Get them
But
going.
Alicent
I don't know.
realized she need to get the hell up out of there because she's not finna walk around carrying this man's babies. She's
No.
not gonna do it.
Ugh.
Yeah.
She's
And
not.
I don't know if I don't know if I feel like that was
No, that's
Aemon's.
exactly what Aemond meant. Yes,
Not
that is
with.
what
Uh,
he grabbed Alice. He grabbed Alice's hand and said, "Yeah."
He
Then
thought,
mother,
right.
you
No,
too
Anthony.
have a
Oh
part
my
of that.
God. You're right. He was styling himself after Aegon the Conqueror
Mm-hmm.
with the sisters.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's
but
exactly what
Allison
he was
is his
doing.
mama. I don't know.
No, but that's what he
He
was doing.
doesn't.
That is exactly what he was
Do
doing.
we?
I'm telling you, when
Okay.
he turned and said that, he picked up her
He
hand.
grabbed, oh my
You
God,
I was
too have
Anthony.
hoping
a part
that's
of
what
that.
that
That's
wasn't what it was. I
exactly.
was like, okay, maybe
Anthony, that is so
because
on point.
That
okay,
is exactly what it
question.
was.
Is there an instance in Targaryen history, like we know there's always brother, sister, cousin, uncle, that type of thing? Has there ever been like a mother-son thing in the
You
Targaryen
don't,
history?
you don't know, but do you think that would stop Aemon? Aemon is batshit crazy.
I would just,
It's back to
He
Rachel.
I guess
already
I
is
would
in
just
love.
hope.
Listen, he already wants to bang her. He already
He,
does.
he
That's what he
already was the
wants.
beggar. I
But
That
get
is
that.
what he wants.
but see, that could just be
That is what he
fantasy. I look,
no, that is
I've
what
read
he
erotica where women are talking about mating with horses. That doesn't mean they really want to do it in real life. It's just one of those things where I just
some of them do mean it.
I think
I
he
don't know.
really is
I don't know
sick
what you're
though in that
talking
way,
about, but some
honestly.
of them do. But seriously though, why else would he say that? He's not saying that for her to be there to
and I
be his
guess
mama.
that would make more sense as to why Alice got that upset.
Yes, because she knew she's like, oh
Because she
well,
knows.
she
She knows.
Because
she wanted to
not
have the
even just
baby
the
at the end.
jealousy. She belittled him after that.
Yeah.
Yes,
She was
even
basically
after
like,
Alicent poisoned him, and she like
Idiot.
idiot.
yeah. But I mean, but even before that, when she got up from the table and she went to the fire and she was like, basically, she was like, the trash needs taken out. And he got up and it's like, what in the world is going on with these two? But yeah, now that you say that, Anthony, that does make sense. Like he's sitting there holding Alice's hand, like, yeah, we're gonna have some unsullied kings. But he wasn't talking about Alice. He was talking about Alice. Oh my God.
Talking about both of them.
A
But
whole new
especially,
generation of crazy.
yes,
Mm.
both of them. That
Mm,
is
mm,
why he
mm.
was not going to be able to leave. He was going to make her have his babies.
And that new seat of power was gonna be in Harranhal, and it was gonna be a whole other thing happening up in
And
there.
Alice showed him those eggs. Only Targaryen babies can hatch those eggs.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is so disturbing. Oh
It
my
is.
God. But
Harranhal is a
also,
spooky, crazy place.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. And we already knew this from Damon. At least we didn't have to see a whole season of Aemon going crazy.
Yeah.
But because we got it all in one episode.
I don't know. I feel like I'm starting to feel the same way I felt about Damon. He's
That
been
he's
there
been there too long. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been there.
Yeah.
He's been there too long.
Because we don't even know how long it's been, but it's got to have been at least a few
It's,
weeks.
it's at least a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had to march. Crispy Cole left there and they had to march however long they was marching to get where they got to.
Yeah.
So it had to be a while.
Yeah, I think they said that was a 2-week march. So, but I just
Can we talk about
because of
marching every
Harrenhal,
damn where?
because of Harrenhal's central location, which is why it's so strategic, is it's like a
equal
few
distance and
days hard
everything.
ride to all the major locations, and then you can walk in 2 weeks from Harrenhal to just about anywhere in Westeros. That's significant.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. So,
And we
okay.
still trying to figure out where's Vhagar.
Yep.
And where the Vhagar?
Vhagar don't care about y'all.
Okay, so speaking of which, so when we hung out last week, Anthony had a very interesting theory about why
Theory.
you whatever. It's a theory. But Anthony, would you like to share with the class what you told me as far
What was your theory, Anthony?
Based on Helena's little drawing of, not drawing, her little embroidery of Aemond inside what looked like a womb, and he was so pale. I was like, you know what? He was dead. I think he was dead, and Alice brought him back.
Yeah.
The same way that what's her name brought John back.
And you think that that's why Vhagar left him because the bond is broken.
Because Vhagar thought he was dead. So all he needs, and they've shown us now, all he needs is an emotional spike, and it'll bring Vhagar right back to him.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what happened with what's his face?
Because it's not even like Vhagar just, okay, well, while he's recovering, I'm just going to go fly around. Vhagar has been spotted as far as the Vale.
Yeah, Vhagar's a ghost. Vhagar is gone.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, when Anthony said that, I said, you know what? That would make absolute sense.
Mm-hmm. So Vhagar lost the bond, figured he was dead, mourned him a little bit, and dipped. Well, she's old enough to not be mourning anymore, so she just left.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
But when she feels that pull, she's gonna come back.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I believe he was dead.
Yeah, I mean, he did tell Alicent she saved his life. Alicent was like, and I love the fact that Alicent has no restraint and she has no tact. She was like, Aemond, I still don't know who this girl is. Like, who is she? How did y'all meet? Why are y'all like booed up? Alicent she was so funny. And then when he started acting a little bit friendly towards her, she was like,
And did you see how there was no like panic, no hurry when she saw Aemond fall down poisoned? She just
because she was frustrated. She was like, dude, I told you your mama had ill intent.
Yeah, but she can bring it back.
What? Alicent
how many times did Red Priest bring Sir Dondarrion back?
Yeah. But
every time he died, you brought him back.
Can we talk about how ineffectual Alicent really is? Because first off,
haven't we been talking about how ineffectual?
I know, but like it just continues and it continues to irk me. And I was really praying. I was praying that Alice was outside them doors when she went out them doors, and she was there to stab that bitch. Because let me just tell you, if you gonna assassinate your son and you don't want to have to stab him, that's fine. But bitch, once you give him the poison and he done knocked out a little taste. Then you stab. You make sure he is dead. You don't just leave.
She couldn't do it. That's still her son.
Can't do nothing right.
She ain't worth shit.
Yeah, because here's my thing. You poisoned him enough that you let him, that he was able to stagger out the room and go seek help. You ain't Russian. You are
you
not
to breathe.
Like, oh my God, I can't believe I poisoned my son. Bitch, if you don't get out of here. Because not only does Alice now know that you poisoned your son realizes that you poisoned him. After you came in there all lovey-dovey, motherly, and even when he confessed to you, I tried to kill Aegon, she was like, oh, my foolish boy. I know. It was, and you saw that vulnerability with him. I was like, oh, you know what? I will say this for Alicent. She can be a cold bitch when she needs to be. Because the fact that you knew he was vulnerable enough to confess that to you, and he sounded really sorry for it at the moment.
Yeah.
Aegon, like he was looking for his mother's absolution. And she was just like, okay, you're still my favorite boy. You're all I have left. And then you poison him. If she doesn't die by Aemon's hand, I will be surprised.
Oh, she's next on the list. Like Chris, her story's done.
Got to
Where can she
go.
go? She can't go back to Old Town. She can't go back to
King's
King's
Landing.
go back
Landing.
to King's Landing. She can't go back to Harranhal. She's done.
And
Like,
she's by herself now
what
because
are we
Aemond
doing?
killed her guard.
What are we doing, bro? We keep hearing about how hard it is for a woman on the road. We keep being told this over and over again.
Especially a woman wearing all that goddamn green.
Where are we going?
Like
What are we doing?
everywhere she goes.
What are we doing, bro?
Like, did you not have any other clothes? You were a Targaryen bride. Do you not have some red and black somewhere in your?
The only person she got left is Aegon. Maybe if she runs into him, you know,
Yeah,
what's she
because
gonna
I'm
go to
sure
Rick's
Helaena
Rest?
about
What's
sick
she
of
gonna
her.
do? What's she gonna do at Rick's Rest? She's gonna clean the latrines too. What's she gonna
Oh my
do?
God. Just,
I
I'm
just
tired.
when Aemond came stumbling into that room, I was like, she didn't even have the nerve to double tap.
Girl, she could have put a freaking pillow over his face.
She could have
Can we?
slit his throat. He couldn't fight back. Just slit his throat.
I just, yeah, because he's still weak.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, you know what, Alicent, girl, you can't do nothing right. Like, you had a whole out to get out the city. You couldn't even do that right. You and Helaena and Jaehaera could have been gone.
Right.
Couldn't do that right. Couldn't escape the second time right. Just.
And then Aemond is on some crap because he killed that dude. Oh, there's secrets here that need to be kept. What secrets? You?
Oh, the dragon
They know where
eggs.
you are.
Oh yeah,
no, but he means the dragon eggs. He means like secrets that could potentially change things if he can live long enough. But like even with that, that was still hubris and stupidity.
But I'm gonna tell you something else too. That guard, he wasn't the smartest in the bunch because the fact that you're doing all that smiling to Aemond, oh yeah, I'm loyal as fuck. Yep, I just did what I was supposed to do. Aemond knew your ass wasn't loyal.
You let him get that close to you.
But not only that, Aemond knew you wasn't loyal. Not to them anyway. You really think? Come on now, because here's the other thing, and I don't know if this is stupidity on Aemond's part or if it's just hope that his mother really loved him enough that she left what she had behind. But what part of Alicent ever gave Aemond or anybody the idea that she would willingly leave Helaena behind? No.
Right.
No. And
matter of fact, she didn't even bring her up until later when she's like, "Oh, but there's still Helaena. Like I have to go back to Helaena. You ain't bring her up this whole time."
So yeah, I just I kind of agree with Alicent. Aemond, you're an idiot. But also at the same time, I do understand this is a boy who loves his mother in more ways than one.
He's still just
17. He's looking for acceptance from her. He's looking for love. He's looking for whatever it is that he is missing. And
I think he regrets trying to kill Aegon.
Yeah, I think so too.
And again, he's 17. Right. He's 17.
Yeah. Which makes the whole thing with his mother even more weird. But again, I mean, he's a Targaryen. So I don't know if I feel like the Targaryens are that way just because they've been taught that they are that way, or if it's really something in them with all that crossbreeding and stuff that really kind of pulls them or attracts them in that way. But it's very weird. And it's even more weird because of the fact that Alicent is not an actual Targaryen.
I think it's just, I don't think it's in them to do it. I think because it's been done before, that it's okay. So it's not something they're compelled to do. They just know that it's an option that's available.
But then you have your ones like Helaena, who obviously probably wouldn't have done it if she had had a choice. I mean, the fact that she asked Alex, she was like, were there no other suitors for my hand? Like, you couldn't marry me to anybody else besides my brother? And again, I really felt bad for her when she asked that, but
all this could have been solved if Rhaenyra had just married Aegon, and we wouldn't have none of this.
But the fact that they were like 18 years apart to begin with. But then again, I guess that doesn't matter in this either, because technically speaking, Alan is older than Baela's mother.
Mm-hmm. And remember, they tried to marry.
That is true.
Baela to
Viserys.
No,
Lena.
14.
Yeah, to Viserys. And no, she was actually
like 12.
12.
Or 12. Something like that. She was very early. I think in the book she was 9.
Yeah, she was young. Worse. He was 12 because they were like, oh, she's gonna menstruate soon.
Yeah, so they were like, yeah, we can be betrothed up until such and such. No. So, I'm sorry. Kristen Cole's head just came across my screen.
That made me laugh too.
Oh, speaking of which, it's just funny how is that Ormond, he keeps calling him his friend.
That keeps calling Kristen Gawain's friend.
His friend,
yeah. Yeah, and I think Ormond is being really funny about it, but Gawain, the way Gawain is acting, I really feel like even though Kristen got on his nerves, he did look at him as a friend.
Yeah, and he respected him.
Yeah, up until the point where he was just like,
I'm the best.
That's when you realize your friend has like kind of lost it and is beyond your help and beyond reason, and you just you know what?
Yeah.
We're done. I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, but Ormond, let me tell you, this dude. The more I see him, the more I don't like him, because when he finds out that the army is advancing, he was like, "Oh, so your friend just died in the mud." He said, "Oh, so your friend just died in the mud for nothing." I was like, oh, what he say? So your dim Dornish friend died in the mud for nothing. You are so just, ugh. And then the fact that, yes, okay, we see Corlys is not dead. He might be a little maimed, but he's not dead. And
he's funny, but he's like, why am I sitting here? Like, what is the whole point? What is the whole point?
Like, you giving me pigeon pie before the execution is blocked? Like, what, you gonna feed me and then kill me? No, we plan on you to be our guest for quite a while.
Yeah, he's like, you think Rhaenyra's gonna give up her throne? Rhaenyra gonna give up her throne just to save me?
Yeah.
Poor hand? Really?
Yeah.
No, I expect you to die. Yeah,
Mr. Bond.
Exactly. Whatever, man. Oh, by the way, at least someone was listening to me because Sir Gawain tells Darren, Darren, you could just get on your dragon and
go.
Just go.
He told him, you just get you.
Yeah, but I also understand Darren. Darren was like, how am I going to be a king if I leave my people to die? He was like,
you don't really want to be king.
You don't want to be
king. He doesn't, but I mean, you still don't want to be. I mean, that's one thing him and Aegon have in common. They don't want to be known as cowards either.
Well, you being one by your actions, you being one. What are we doing, bro?
But again, he's a child.
What are we doing?
A child.
Yeah, he's 15, 16, 15, 16.
Yeah,
he's
somewhere 15. In there.
So it's not like too much. And he was like, what? I'm supposed to be the king, but how am I supposed to be the king? And I got this idiot over here trying to kill. Gawain was like, if you don't shut the fuck.
Yeah. So Gawain's like, oh, we'll both be marched to the gallows. I mean, do you really want that either?
Darren is like, look, I just want to go somewhere. Let me go somewhere. Let Rhaenyra have the crown. She can have it. I don't want it. I just want to get away from this dude. Like, can you imagine having to sit next to your cousin And all he does is talk about your family. Like, you keep talking about how horrible the Targaryens are, and you are sitting right next to one.
Yep.
If he was reading between the lines, he would hear that he will kill your dragon the first chance he gets. Like, you don't hear that in his.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a dragon rider, you need to be mindful of the people you making alliances with, because he don't like you, he don't like
Yeah.
your dragon, and once he's done with you, he will kill both of y'all the first chance he gets.
Because the only reason why you're somebody is because of who your daddy is, and that's it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he don't even need you, really.
Mm-mm.
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 But it's gonna be interesting. I'm really interested to see how he reacts once word gets out that Aegon is alive. Because Aegon announced himself in a very big way.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh yes. Your boy Laris and his I'll sing songs and I'll write.
Larry said deuces. He was like, look, I'm a cripple. I can't do shit. I'm gone.
Hey, my brain can only get us so far, Majesty. Later.
Hey, going back to Ormond and Oath, can we talk about that for a second?
Yes, we can talk about that.
Oath, they've been meeting. They've been talking. Because you said, our last meeting, you said, so he been softening you up this whole time.
And this was before Damon threw your ass in the street.
Yes.
So, you've been treacherous, but you know what?
Dina was already going to the
called it at the beginning of the season. She was like, I don't know if I trust them. I mean, I kind of figured Ulf was going to be a loose cannon because of the way that they treat him, because they literally treat him the way that Ormond says. It's like, okay, yeah, they only need you because you're a dragon rider, but other than that, they don't give a fuck about you.
I mean, he tried to warn her to be nice to people, that small folk.
Yeah, Ormond says she only views you as a tool. What do you think Ormond views you as, bruh? What are we doing?
Well, I can have a lot of riches, and I can have a castle, and I can have a this, and I can have a that. This is that same thing that happens to kids in the hood when they become rappers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna make you famous. We're gonna make you this, we're gonna make you, but there's a price. There's a price they have to pay to get that. And only a few of them make it out, and they're billionaires, and they're bigger than some companies. Right. But most of them do not make it to that level.
He was promised a castle that doesn't even exist anymore. It's been burned to the ground. It's gone.
I said, wait,
Corliss ain't even living there.
I said, bruh, didn't you fly over Driftmark? Don't you know that shit ain't there?
Right. That was my question. That was my thing. I was like, but Driftmark isn't there anymore. Like, what?
Lord of the Ashes?
That's not even a thing anymore. Lord of the Tides.
But Lord of the Tides. I mean, if Harranhal can still be desired, I guess Driftmark can too, because we don't know what Driftmark looks like now.
Well, the way it looked when they was looking at it, it looked like it was a rubble. Because at least Harranhal is still standing.
Harranhal it might be burned a little bit.
It's still standing.
It's still standing. It's still livable. It's got working kitchens.
And it can obviously withstand some dragon fire.
Yeah.
It's got working restrooms, as Ivan showed us. It's still functional.
Yeah.
It's got bedrooms that are nearly indestructible. Driftmark is gone.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna rebuild it for Ulf? I think not.
No, I think not, sir. I think not. No. And you think that those Valyrian soldiers are just gonna follow you?
Absolutely the fuck not.
And if you try to burn them, they got a dragon too. So he ain't thinking it through.
Yep.
I understand his pain. I understand how he feels. Rhaenyra and Daemon made it tough for him. But dude, you gotta read the room.
Yeah. Also, just looking at that actor, and I know it's just because he has a pleasant face. Like I see him online being very adorable, and he has a pleasant face, but he really looked like a little child.
Yeah.
When he was talking to Ormond, I was just looking at his face, and I was like, he really is a freaking child.
Yeah.
He's very. You can tell he's very in his feelings, very hard on his sleeve type person, and he's just silly and just kind of, and it's very sad because he could have been an honorable, good person.
Mm-hmm. But
But
here's
remember,
the
the
other.
dragons amplify their emotions.
Yeah.
So his emotions are being amplified. We're just seeing it amplified in a different way because of who he is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same with
Yeah.
Hugh. Their emotions are being amplified in a different way. It's not about being, angry and vengeful. It's something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he wasn't that kind of person to begin with. Yeah.
Right.
But on the flip side of that as well, so Ulf says it in his conversation with Ormond, or Ormond says it to him about, she views y'all as tools and she's just using you. That's not the first time we heard that in this episode. Because Baela and Adam have a conversation where Baela says the same thing. She's complaining about the fact that Rhaenyra keeps sending them out on scouts, and she's sending them further and further away. And she was like, I just feel like this is her way of punishing me. She's pushing me away. We're just tools for her, for her disposal. I was like, okay, Rhaenyra, you need to start paying attention, girl, because that is how you make enemies. Because you start treating the people who are loyal to you and who love you as if they're disposable.
Yeah.
You're doing it with Baela, which, yes, I understand you're still upset because Baela's disobedience coupled with Jace's ended up with Jace being killed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
get it. You're
upset. It was Jace's disobedience that got him killed. Baela went to try
to watch his back. Yes.
Yeah.
But also the same thing with Daemon. Like, Daemon raised an army for you. Daemon he's been trying to help you get on your feet here in King's Land, and he's been giving you really good advice that you have been ignoring. Mm-hmm. And now, because you're mad because he actually lied to you to save his daughter, you want to betray him with who? With Massart? No, Rhaenyra better start reading the room.
Yeah, because she goes, what kind of person do you think I am? At this point, you don't really know.
I mean, it's the same question. It's the same question. Like, if Alice, it's bad enough that you were offended when Alicent thought, well, if the boy is male, you got to kill it. When your own husband is like, yeah, I got to lie to protect my daughter because I don't know how wrathful my wife is going to be. And I mean, I think later on she does understand it, because she was like, what? So I'm supposed to make him choose between his loyalty to me, his loyalty to his daughter? Mm-hmm. I think she could have been level-headed enough. Like, yeah, she probably would have been mad at first, like we saw in this episode when she finally came face to face with Rhaenyra. But then, with all of the stuff happening with the dragons fighting, and we'll get into that, but Rhaenyra pulled her Black Mama card, because when they had to leave, she grabbed Rhaenyra. She was like, get your ass on this dragon. Don't say nothing. Right. Don't touch nothing. Get on here. Let's go.
Right.
So she still has it in her, like, this is my stepdaughter. I still need to protect her.
Hold on now. It's her.
Shut up.
It's her cousin. It's her cousin, her stepdaughter, and something else. However, they close. It's her cousin's stepdaughter.
Shut up. We're not getting into all the family tree stuff, because the family tree will be like this.
Yeah. I think for Daemon, I know you're not a monster.
Yeah.
But I don't know what your reaction is going to be initially.
Yeah.
Especially for your son.
Right. We got to get past that first initial reaction.
Yeah.
Then we can talk to you.
Yeah.
But if I brought her here before you in the beginning, your initial reaction, you're going to pull out that sword and cut her head off.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get past that point. I'm glad Hanako brought up the dragons. The dragons was a distraction because it helped get past that point.
Yeah.
And now she cannot be a monster.
Yeah, because she said it's finished. So I know at that point she wanted her dead.
Yeah.
She was going to kill her.
Yeah.
But she got distracted.
Yeah.
And she was able to move on.
And it gave her
now,
pause to be like, okay, hold up.
Yeah. And
because she
now,
saw how close she really was coming to like killing her niece because her dragon and all the dragons was about to go. And then she was like, oh shit, no, wait, I don't want that.
Yeah. But also, I think it also gave her.
She has to be careful with what she says and what her moves are. Because if she says something out of pocket real quick, just being a hothead, those people take that thing and run with it. So she told Cyrax to burn her, Dracarys, and the girl would have been burnt.
Yeah.
But she didn't have a chance to say it.
Yeah.
I don't even know if she would have been able to burn because she might be one of those Targaryens that don't burn.
Okay,
yeah.
I mean, you never know.
You never know.
But the other thing that we did see, so since we're talking about the dragons, let's go ahead and talk about the dragons. So as much as we thought that she had bonded with Sheepstealer, apparently not enough, because when Daemon comes to confront her and Sheepstealer is there, she was like, stay back, I can't control him. He doesn't heed my my orders.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So that could also have given Daemon like, okay, she really ain't in control of this thing. Like, I think Daemon understands more about the situation because he's actually had time to like sit and talk to her, about her claiming this dragon. Like, even in their first meeting, she was like, it was an accident. I was only trying to help. She didn't have time to say this to Rhaenyra because of everything that was going on. Like, by the time Rhaenyra and Adam got there, the dragons were already kind of trying to go at it.
But she could have said something. She just dropped to her knees because she just thought she was gonna die, so she just didn't even bother. But she could have said, "My queen, it was an accident." And said something. She didn't even try. She was just like, "I'm done."
Well, I think her mind at that point was also on Sheepstealer because again, Sheepstealer and Caraxes are going. So they're like facing off against each other, and then of course when the other two dragons get there, it's 3-on-1. And then they start fighting. So I think
because Moondancer was like, I'm ready to go.
Let's go. What we doing? Let's go.
Bro, what we doing?
Silverwing or not Silverwing? Which one? Dang, I can never remember which one is which.
That was Moondancer.
So Moondancer's Baela. Adam has
Sea Smoke.
Sea Smoke. I knew it was an S. Yes. That whole scene was freaking amazing.
It was, but oh my God.
I cried. Oof.
Because Sheepstealer is bigger than Caraxes, but Caraxes, I don't give a fuck.
And definitely bigger than Syrax. Syrax was getting her ass chomped on.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I was almost in tears because I didn't want none of the babies to get hurt, to be honest. I was like, no more dragon torture and murder, please.
Caraxes' advantage is Caraxes has been in fights.
Yeah.
Caraxes started a fight.
Yeah.
I don't think Silverwing has had to fight anybody.
Yeah.
Sea Smoke.
Well, no, Sea Smoke.
Yeah.
Sea Smoke just
or Moondancer, really, except for that last time in the gullet.
Yeah. Yeah. But boy, let me tell you, when they start going at it, first of all, everybody started realizing, like, okay, we're standing in the middle of a dragon battle. I think we kind of need to get the fuck out the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they're getting out the way, but Daemon goes to get on Caraxes. Daemon's like, oh no, I'm about to be a part of this. But when he gets knocked off Caraxes is like, hold up. No, you didn't just throw my daddy down.
Oh, that's what my dad did.
Going for, when I say Caraxes was doing some damage.
Yeah.
And at this point, Cyrax is already gone. Daemon tells Adam, escort the queen, get them out of here. I'll finish this. I'm actually surprised Sheepstealer was able to hobble off the way that she was because...
only because Caraxes was checking on Daemon.
Yeah.
Because once Caraxes knew Sheepstealer was crippled,
yeah,
he was like, "Well, let me check on my daddy real quick."
Right, because he was like, "That one gonna die anyway." Because if Sheepstealer survives that, I would be surprised.
It'll be a miracle.
When I say throat damn near
down
torn out,
here in the
chest torn
yeah.
out. Like, I'm sorry, she still got his ass handed to him, and
But it took three, almost four of them.
yeah.
However many it was. Wait, 1, 2, 3.
But
Yeah, 3.
again, he was like, excuse me, I didn't sign up for this shit.
Yeah.
I was living my happy-go-lucky life in the Vale. Nobody was bothering me. But again, this goes back to Rhaenyra's selfishness, because Damon told her, he said, you promised me you were gonna stay in that cave and stay out of sight. Well, I couldn't live with I couldn't live by myself and being apart from the people I love. You chose this. You wanted a dragon.
And Damon tried to get you to come home.
Shit.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He asked you to come with him.
He asked you to come. He would protect you.
Right. Let's go together and plead our case. If they had done that, Rhaenyra, yes, she would have been pissed. But also, all you have to do is look at Rhaenyra and see she is not the person she was when she left.
Not with that hair, baby.
So no. Obviously, when Damon said to Rhaenyra, he was like, be careful, she's not herself. Or, leave her be, or she's not herself. Obviously, you can look at her and see that she's not herself. Even when Baela sees her later on, you can see the anger on Baela's face. And then when she gets a closer look at her sister, she's just like, you can begin anew. Like, okay, clean slate.
Yeah.
But girl, you got it good, because you done caused a whole bunch of stuff. Now, hope that again, now Jane Eyre is probably about to be in trouble, because Rhaenyra didn't hear it. She was in the Vale. She actually came to the Vale and she saw that you and your dragon was here. Ain't no way this wild ass dragon is flying across the Vale and Lady Aaron didn't know about it.
Yeah. And so it's funny though, because this scene also, the one thing I wanted to point out is the thing we were talking about with Daron, and how if that was the real Daron, Tessarion would have been acting a fool. The same way Sheep Stealer acted out, because he was like, what you doing with my rider? Right. Like, where you going with her? Oh, we about to go, it's about to go down. So they obviously had enough of a connection.
Yeah, but she voluntarily turned herself over.
Yeah.
And still having problems.
Yeah, he was like, first of all, why she over your shoulder? What, she don't look like she want to go. Okay, no, we're not doing this. I mean, he just got hype, and the scene was
because Damon and Caraxes showed up, and he just like, hold up, excuse me, what is all this? Like, I done seen you before. You were the one that told on us in the first place. Yeah. Why are you that?
Caraxes is crazy too, because Caraxes jumped on that sucker like, get down.
No,
land.
Caraxes is intelligent. Yeah. Caraxes is intelligent, and as you see, Caraxes is probably the only dragon that really pays heed to his dragon rider.
Yeah, he really does.
Because when he got ready to rear up, Damon said, calm down, Caraxes. When I say immediately, Caraxes shut that shit down. Like, okay, I'm gonna see what we're gonna do. We just you told me to chill. We're gonna chill. But when she started getting out of pocket, and then the other two dragons showed up, Caraxes was like, okay, I guess we finna fight.
It's about to go down.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
And you saw brutal.
It was so terrible.
Battle worthy.
Like all of them. It makes me angry at the people, because it just Oh yeah.
I was like, wait. I said, are we losing Cyrex?
Cyrex had been killed.
No, like,
and was not walking out of there alive.
Oh no.
I'm mad we losing Sheep Stealer, but like, I was just like, bruh, what are y'all doing?
Cyrex shook it off. Let's go home.
Yeah, Rhaenyra was like, Cyrex, we're leaving. Oh, okay, that's all you had to say. I didn't want to be here anyway.
Sea Smoke got in some good licks too.
Yeah, but Caraxes was so funny, because after Sheep Stealer took off, Caraxes over there nuzzling with Damon. Hey, Daddy, did I do a good job? Are you okay? You good? I was like, Caraxes and Damon. I think that's probably the most bonded pair we've ever seen. And no, I was gonna say aside from Dany and Drogon, but even more so than Dany and Drogon. Because when Danny pissed Drogon off, Drogon was like, "Deuces, I'm going home."
Remember what Damon said? Damon was telling, I can't remember, I think he was telling, I don't remember who he was telling. He was like, yeah, I didn't have a dragon at first.
He was telling Rhaenyra.
He was telling Rhaenyra.
Yeah, because I didn't have a dragon at first either.
Yeah.
Which sucks because he could have told her that from the get-go.
You know what? But you know what? I know it. I know it's real late, but at least in this episode, when he did tell her that, at least he did apologize. He was like, "Look, I was a shitty dad. I should have did better by you." He was like, "But let me help you now." He's like, "You got to get out of here." And then when they realized that Rhaenyra was coming, he was like, "She does not know you are the writer. Get the fuck out of here. Run." Rhaenyra sitting there. If you had ran when your daddy told you to ran, if you had run when your daddy told you to run,
you gotta do what you gotta do. Ran, if you gotta ran, buddy.
You'd been okay. But when I say Adam got off that dragon and booked, he booked.
He was made for that dragon.
His shoulder was like, "Yep, okay, here we go." I was sitting there like this, like, "Oh my God, here it comes, here it comes." And when Rhaenyra saw it, and it's like you could see it, like it wasn't clicking in her mind at first because there was a whole bunch of things that had to happen for her to click. And then when it did click, she was like, "Bitch, do you know what you did? Like you." I was just like, "Oh my God, is she about to die? Is she about to die?" And I think if the dragon hadn't gotten out of pocket,
she was this close.
I don't know, but like, would Daemon have really let her kill his daughter? As much of an absent father as he is, I don't think he would have done that. And then that would have just, I can't.
And definitely not by Dragonfire, because after Lena, I don't think he would have let that go.
He would have been like, "Look, if we gotta lock her up, let's do that. Let's I don't know, but I hate that Daemon was put in that position. And then to have to explain it to Rhaenyra. And I'm glad he did it with all the humility he could. And he wasn't being a smart ass. He was just like, "She asked me not to tell you. Like, what am I supposed to do? That's my daughter." And she was, and you are my wife.
Yeah.
And she was like, "So you really thought I was gonna kill your child?" But I mean, hey,
well, it was a different situation. She accidentally got your son killed. So yes, I did think, because you were determined you were going to kill whoever Sheep Stealer's rider was. So yes, I did think there's a possibility you would have killed my child, even though it was an accident. And that's another thing. They have not said yet it was a mistake. She was trying to help and nothing to kind of, I guess they'll get to that eventually. But I also wonder now, because I do wonder if she's gonna think Baela is lying about not knowing who it was.
No, because if you think about it, Rhaenyra's appearance has changed drastically since the last time Baela saw her. Last time Baela saw her was on Dragonstone. She still had all of her locks. Her hair was a lighter color. She wasn't like, she was never a big girl, but like when you look at her right now, you can see like she's a little emaciated. She looked like she's been living on the run. So it would have been easy for Baela to be like, "Okay, I see somebody with short hair on this thing, but I don't know who that is."
No, she didn't have short hair. She still had her locks.
No, I'm saying when Baela saw her now.
No, what I'm saying is when they were fighting in the gullet. I'm saying that I wonder if Rhaenyra is going to be like, "You knew it was your sister the whole time."
Well, no, because Baela says she didn't see the rider at all.
I know what she said. What I'm saying is Rhaenyra going to think that Baela lied? Because Daemon has lied. So that's her twin sister.
But Daemon also acted kind of suspicious. He was acting like he was lying. And truth be told, Baela has not. But yeah, so I don't think she would have thought that Baela was lying, because Baela has not changed her behavior. She has not done anything that would seem even remotely suspicious. I think the only thing that would make me say that Rhaenyra may suspect her is the fact that Baela has been so adamant about finding who
Right.
the writer is of finding Sheep Stealer, but that could also be attributed to the fact that her fiance did die, so
Yeah.
she
No,
might
that's
have
true.
her own she may have her own revenge that she wants to do, or she may have her own feeling of vengeance, and that's why she's been going out on these patrols, not eating, not sleeping, because she's like, I need to see justice done for my fiance and my future.
Yeah. I
So
guess I was also like wondering. So, like when Rhaenyra chose a writer to go with her, she was like, "Get Sir Adam." Like, and I wonder also is because she was going after Damon, did she think she might have to discipline or do something to Damon as well? Because with her not bringing, she didn't bring Baylor. She could have brought, but she only brought Adam, and I was just like,
I
why did
don't
she
think she wants
choose?
to be around Baylor. And I think it's as simple as that. When she
Yeah,
looks at Baylor, she looks at Jace's last act of rebellion, and that's what got him killed. So even though we know it's not Baylor's fault, and I think probably in her mind, somewhere Rhaenyra knows that it's not Baylor's fault. Like Baylor only went because Jace was going.
right.
She wouldn't have been able to talk Jace out of it. I mean, Rhaenyra
Yeah,
knows her child, so she knows that Jace is headstrong. She knows that he was very adamant about certain things. So, in the back of her mind, I think she understands that Baela's not at fault, but
right.
he has to be angry at somebody. And right now, Baela is the closest
It's
thing.
just easy. Yeah.
Yeah, she's an easy target. So,
The
I,
thing, she really does have the makings to be a good queen if she just get her shit together, man. Because the fact that she saved that girl, put her on her own dragon to get her out of harm's way,
yeah,
it's
yeah. I mean, she still has love for her, and I think she still has love for Baela, but it's both of these girls are connected to the death of her son in such horrible ways.
yeah,
You know, I mean, even with Baela, yeah, Baela went to go have his back, but Baela was the one who brought his body back.
yeah. Which, that was terrible.
It, listen, so yeah, I don't think Rhaenyra would kill her just because of the fact that she did bring her back to King's Landing, and
Oh yeah,
when they got off the dragon, she basically said, find her a room, I don't want to see her. She didn't
yeah.
say put her in the
Not
dungeon.
right, right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, she didn't put her in a dungeon. This bodes
Right,
well for
she
her.
was like, give her a room. And we saw when we saw her later, she was cleaned up. She was sad, yes, but she was cleaned up. She looked okay. Her door wasn't barred. Yeah, so yeah, I think at some point she'll forgive Raina, but it's gonna be a minute. Right now, she's just like, you know what? Just put her in the bedroom, get her out of my sight. We good. Because apparently Rhaenyra can do very well about ignoring people. I think I saw a meme on Threads, and they were like, "Y'all, Joffrey been in the bed for 3 days."
Look, that's like
I saw that too.
he ain't never woke up.
You should be concerned.
Woo! What's
Listen,
going on?
But my thing is, I don't know what Rhaenyra is going to be more mad at. Is she going to be more mad at Damon for lying, more mad at the accident that killed the accidental killing of Jace, or just the fact that you didn't do what you were told to do?
Yeah,
Like,
because where my
none of
children
this
at?
would have happened if you had just done what you were supposed to do.
right, right.
You
But
know?
I'm sure she would have heard by now that Raina wasn't with her children, because I mean, Joffrey is back. Joffrey was with the kids. No, Joffrey was
No,
in
he
jail.
stayed in the
He
veil.
He
stayed
was
in
in
the
the
jail.
veil
Yep.
because he had the dragon.
So yeah, you're right. Because at this point, I think she can forgive Damon, because if you think about it, you are asking him to give up his child. And again, I don't care how bad of a parent Damon has been. I don't care how absent of a parent he has been. That is still his daughter. He still loves her. So no, I wouldn't expect him to give her up. So I think as a mother, Rhaenyra will understand that. She could probably even forgive Rhaena for the accidental killing. I mean, if she listens to the way Rhaena tells it, I mean, she's a dragon rider. She knows what it's like to have a dragon, to raise a dragon. She knows what that is like to other people as well. And for Rhaena to be the only person in the family who couldn't claim a dragon, she knows what that can do to people. So I think she'll listen to Rhaena. She may still be mad, but I think at the end of the day, she'll understand that, okay, Rhaena did what she thought was right. She was trying to come help. Now, why you thought it was a good idea to take a wild dragon into a battle, that's a whole nother reason why it shows you are not fit to be a dragon rider. That's just my opinion. But again, you ain't fit to be a dragon rider because you don't take someone fresh out of whatever and just throw them into that chaos. Someone who's never been around, who doesn't be around people, someone who's never been around battle. That was just a poor decision altogether. But again, Rhaena is young. She might be a little bit stupid. So we're going to chalk it up to that. Now, the whole thing about you leaving the children behind so you can go pursue said dragon. Yeah, she might have a problem with that part. Because like you said, where are my children?
Where are my children at?
Where are my children? Now, granted, I'm sure she can send a raven to Pentos and find out. And I'm sure someone probably has sent a raven back and been like, we got your kids, but your stepdaughter is missing in action. We don't even know where we lost her. Like, y'all literally lost her at the beginning of the journey.
Soon as they got in the Vale.
Soon as they were leaving the Vale, like literally
leaving the Vale, that's
Lady
what it was.
Aaron closed the doors and you took off running. You didn't even let the procession get halfway down the hill before you.
But like she said, no one pays attention to her. So
that's true. And I mean, she could also probably appeal to Rhaenyra with that. Like, I needed to find my self-worth because I obviously didn't have it around my family. I mean, Rhaenyra herself, you sent this child away to be your children's mother because you were too busy trying to get the throne. So
hold up. I want to talk about something before we move on. Baela.
Listen.
Baela.
You talking about that?
I told you this man been hollering at you.
I knew it though.
For weeks.
And she don't know.
Get you something to eat. Take a break. You need some rest.
He was like, say what now? What'd you
say? She said, what? Oh, you must have been talking
to your brother. Your brother must have told you. Told you what. But you know what? I will say this too. We have to remember, Baela has been betrothed since she was a child. So she probably does not understand what it is when a man is just flirting with her.
And just, trying to be.
It's not like he was being very overt with it. He was being very subtle. She could have been looking like, oh, he's family. He's concerned about me, because again, she's very immature when it comes to that sort of thing. She's been with Jason. She was 9.
So when he said that I will come get you and we can run away together, she couldn't put 2 and 2 together at that point.
I know people in real life who will have something like that said to them and it goes straight over their head. They don't realize it.
But she
or maybe she thought he was just being sweet and not that he liked her. But either way, I just like, girl, this man was trying to holler. What is wrong with you? You gonna go straight to the brother and get some? Oh, triangle.
But the brother was trying to get some too. So
she gonna be known as Baela the Conqueror after a while. Got 2
that's what
husbands.
She was. Book spoiler. That's what she was in the book.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That was her reputation, kind of her reputation in the book. Like I said, after Jace, Baela was like, I'm not settling down. I'm not doing nothing. I'm seeing the world because literally her and Jace have been together since they were children. She didn't know anybody else. And again, I don't know if they've ever had relations. We never even saw them so much as hold hands on the show. So she probably was saving herself for marriage. And now that her fiance is gone, she was like, you know what? This shit is for the birds. I'm gonna live my best life
Yep.
and experience all that life has to offer. I mean,
literally.
I can't say I'm mad at her.
I'm just saying book Bela is different from show Bela.
Mm-hmm.
Except you must have heard from your brother.
You must have heard from your
What'd you
brother.
say?
Adam's face
What'd
was
you say,
like,
Dina? What?
what you say now?
What?
And then, of course, here comes She Still. I said, you know what? Perfect timing. Because what do you mean my brother must say something to me? What? Wait, when you been spending time with my brother? You been hanging out with me on patrol.
Yeah, don't fight over a woman, guys.
He says,
Just
I took your brother's V card. That's what I
whoop,
did.
whoop,
Whoop, whoop. He took mine.
You know,
ha, ha.
I mean, Alan was brought up on the ship, you know, and in drift in that area. I don't know. I'm sure there was some women around.
He's a very honorable man.
I do feel like he
His
would
brother
also
not so much.
Men get horny too.
no, that's true, but I kind of feel like he might be one of those people that saw how his daddy did women and decided that's not what
Oh,
he was gonna
kind
do.
of like Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that book.
Well, I mean, because
Yeah.
John's was a little different. Because John was like, okay, you know what? I don't know who my mother is. She could have other children. I don't want to. He was like,
I can
I'm not
sleep
about to
on.
do Targaryen stuff.
Yeah, that's a
Would
horrible.
have been an indicator for us about his relationship with Daenerys. Because as soon as he found out she was his aunt, he was like, nope.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, that's enough of that.
Okay.
But I just wanted to make sure we covered
Oh
Baylor.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we were
I just
definitely
wanted
gonna
to
get
make
to that.
I was.
Absolutely. Now the other thing is, Larys and Tylan fighting over Aegon is the funniest thing.
Child.
Okay, he just can let it go. He made the decision, and then he still said, "We could go to Castle Rock. We could turn around and go back to Castle Rock. We could turn around and go back to Castle Rock." But no, there's an army coming. You think they know about Aegon? Nah, they coming looking for you.
Right. Right.
What did Laura say? If he's around you, that's not good.
Aegon was like, okay, whatever. I'm going.
He said, you need to turn yourself in. That's the honorable thing to do.
I was like, Larys, you just Larys was like, okay, can you get out of here so it could just be me and the king again? Because I can't do my maneuvering and my manipulation with a third party paying attention to everything.
I know where that gold is at now. That gold is in Castle Rock. It's not in Larys's leg.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
I think that might be one of the reasons why he keeps trying to get Aegon to go to Castle Rock. He was like, look, just come to Castle Rock. I'll take care of you. You can make that your seat. Like,
I got what you need.
It's like,
I got what you need.
Hey, just come to Castle Rock.
Well, that's, you know what? So I feel like somebody might have said that when they were saying that the gold was taken. I feel like who told him the gold was taken? I can't remember who told him that. But I feel like they might have mentioned
it may have been Orwell.
Was it Orwell? I think they might have mentioned that it was a Lannister.
It's like the gold left around the same time the Lannister left.
Right.
Okay.
Something, yeah.
And he was the one that used the gold to buy the
triarchy off.
The triarchy.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So he got a little something. So that's the question. So the Lannisters were clearly rich, right? But were they richer because they stole this gold?
No,
because
well,
they
legend has it that in Castle Rock they found a vein of gold.
Oh, okay. They found.
That's how they became rich, but then the gold ran out. I don't know at what point in history it dried up, but that's where a lot of their wealth.
Robert's Rebellion.
I was just because that's what I was just gonna say.
They
They
mentioned it
funded
several times.
stuff
Robert
with
bankrupted.
Robert's Kingdom, even because even by the time he married Cersei, they were still giving them money to fund the kingdom.
Uh-huh.
They were
Yeah,
still rich and
Robert's
funding money.
rule bankrupted or not bankrupted, but yeah, he drained the Lannisters' gold. That's why they were borrowing from the
The Iron Bank.
The Iron Bank, whatever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's also why the Tyrells were helping them out.
Yep.
So yeah.
So at that time they was rich. They had money. They had their money. They had
Tywin Lannister.
They had King's Landing. They had the King's money. And everybody's money.
And she said, we got this.
We got this.
That's funny.
But
just good.
Because he probably can't spend it. They can't spend it without his approval.
Right.
So they need him there. And then they can start buying off lords and stuff. So,
but I mean, maybe now I don't know. Maybe now he'll go for now, especially because as they're camping out for the night. Because again, Tylan, Larys, they're having their back and forth, and then once they see the townspeople fleeing, and they're like, "Yeah, Mootin's army is coming towards us, and they've declared for Rhaenyra. We getting the hell on."
Yeah.
Larys is like, okay, I think it's time for us to go too, because they're literally heading in the direction we're planning to go. Aegon is like, nope, I'm not running anymore.
Not anymore.
I'm not going to be a coward. And Tyler Lannister is like, oh, so you going to keep going? Yep. Okay, well then, I guess I'm going too. And Larys was like, excuse me, can you not talk some sense into him? He was like, look, he wants to go. And I would feel bad if an army came after him when they're looking for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go with him as far as we go. Larys was like, okay, you got this. All right, you know what? Deuces. I can't do shit, so deuces. And then when Aegon looked back towards him, I think Aegon was really upset that Larys just abandoned him.
No, he didn't.
Right. Like, this was the first person to ever tell me the truth about myself. And he just left me.
But let's be real about it. He has done what he could do, honey. And he done kept your dumb ass alive long enough for you to get a brain and realize that, oh, I might need to change who I am a little bit. He has done his job.
You know, what's the funny thing about you just saying something about him getting a brain? With that image in my mind and the way his skin is burned, he does remind me of the Scarecrow.
Oh my gosh. Like him and Sunfire looking like twins, crispy twins, is killing me.
Okay. So listen, again, going back to this thing, they're camping out. Here comes the army. The army is like, hey, we're claiming this land for Rhaenyra. You need to bend the knee and throw your weapons down. Aegon is like, nope, not about to do this. He picks up his sword like he's about to fight, and the whole army laughs. And then he gets, I don't know where he got this wind in his chest. He was like,
But at first he was like, oh, am I gonna do this? Like he started being a little.
I thought, I was like, oh, maybe he's gonna take Larys's advice and bend the knee from now. Like, that's what I thought he was gonna do.
Yeah.
He was like, because I think the thing was, he really was prepared to take a stand and die. But then when he saw that army, he was like, no. He was like, okay, look, put up or shut up. I need to figure this out. Okay, let's do this. And when he starts making his declaration, I am Aegon Targaryen. I am Viserys' true heir. First of all, no, you ain't. But
no, you're not.
I'm Viserys' true heir. Blah, 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 blah. They start laughing at him. And again, all this noise is coming from the background. And I'm like, that is your dragon. Even I know that's your dragon walking behind you. He's still all into the speech. I guess he was like, you know what? I finally grew the balls to say this. So let me go ahead and say this. He's saying everything, and everybody starts backing up, and they're looking in the trees. And Tyler Lannister is there with his sword. And he starts to slowly turn around, like, what the fuck is, oh, hold up. And there's Sunfire. And when Aegon finally turned around and realized, he was like, oh, my dragon is awake.
Oh, Dracarys.
Dracarys.
Finally.
Oh.
Some real Dracarys end up in this piece.
Listen, Sunfire was like, look, I've been good asleep. I got all kinds of energy. My firepower is at full blast. Yeah, let me bake some stuff. I'm hungry. I was like, okay, you know what? I kind of felt a little proud for Aegon in that moment. I was like, okay, you know what? You had your little stand and you had your little moment.
Yep.
So, okay, maybe this lesson, maybe this trip has taught you a few things, and maybe now you understand the type of person you need to be. Now, how this gonna figure with all this stuff with Rhaenyra, I don't know. But again, Aegon is learning some lessons about him and who he needs to be. Rhaenyra is moving in the opposite direction, so it's kind of like they're tipping the scales in opposite directions now. And I don't really want to see that, but also I know where the story ends.
Yeah, they're trying to even it out. They're trying to even things out right now.
Yeah,
it's an imbalance. But she had her window. She had her window.
Yeah. She had her window.
Is closing.
She need to get it together.
Yeah,
because
get it together.
She's gonna end up losing allies. Again, this whole thing with Mysaria is like, it's not sitting well with me. But also because it's like, you're betraying Daemon.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that because Daemon has been 10 toes down for you since he bent the knee. He was like, okay, you know what? I am full speed ahead, even when he doesn't agree with you.
Yeah.
He may have his little witty comebacks, or he may express his displeasure, but he is following what you were telling him to do.
Right.
Because he really believes in the vision that he saw about the prince who was promised coming as a direct result of your reign. So he's 10 toes down. And you got, like, you need to go back and listen to Mysaria's what her reputation was, and really think about it, because you are being played, Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
You can go from a 6-1 dragon advantage to like 5-4. Seems like.
Well, let's see. Because we don't know about Vhagar. Again, Vhagar is kind of in the wind. So right now, Vhagar might be like, you know what? I'm sick of all y'all. I'm done. She might go do with what Dreamfire did and go hide in the cave and be like, yeah, I'm done. So let's see. Sunfire is back. We still have not Dreamfire, but what was
so we have Moon Dancer, we have Silverwing, we have Vermithor, we have Sea Smoke, we have Caraxes, we have Syrax.
We don't have Silverwing. We don't have Silverwing anymore.
Well,
yeah.
Well, she had Silverwing.
Yeah, not anymore. That's why it's 5.
Yeah, she has.
On the other side, I'm gonna count Vhagar because Vhagar is not dead. Vhagar just doesn't know. Vhagar is gonna come back because Vhagar is gonna know that whatchamacallit is alive.
Aemond is alive. Yeah.
So we'll count Vhagar. Then we got Sunfire back. And now they got Silverwing.
And Tessarion.
That's 4.
And technically they have Helena's dragon.
If you go by Helena's vision, that's 5.
Yeah.
So now we 5-5. Just like that.
Yeah.
But now we can't even count. We could have maybe counted Sheep Steal, but we can't count Sheep Steal.
Can't count him. Suckers.
And right now we don't know which way the wind is blowing with Hugh. So we don't know.
She may be down 6-4.
Yeah.
How the tides have changed.
Yeah.
And she don't have no hand. The hand that lost the finger.
Done lost the finger. The hand done lost the.
Listen, Alan's face when he opened up that box and saw Corliss's finger.
Mm.
I was like,
It
this
was
boy
funny.
finna cry, but also he about to be like, okay, you know what? I'm about to whoop some ass. Cause I really have a feeling Alan is really about to go whoop some ass now.
Did you see? He
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, the Valarian men will be here tomorrow." He smiled at that. They about to regulate. But
But
no, what's
will
funny
they?
was when we got the box. Michelle goes, "Oh, it's got a finger in there." I said, "It's got a ring." And he
Yeah.
opened it. It's a
It was a
ring
Got
and a
finger.
finger.
both.
It was both.
I was like, it's gonna be a finger. But then I was like, wouldn't it be funny if he cut a piece of his dreadlocks off?
And see, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking it was just gonna be the hair, but then I had to remember, I'm like, no, we're talking about Ormond Hightower. No, there's a finger in the box.
Mm. And what did he tell? What did he tell you? There's going to be opening at the Driftmark. Lord of the Tides.
What is
Like,
Ulf gonna do as Lord of the Tides? Like,
Nothing, because ain't nobody gonna follow
nothing.
him.
Ain't nobody gonna follow him.
His
no.
silly ass.
But also, what I was wondering, so when Alan was telling Rhaenyra that Velaryon men were coming the next day, what was he talking about the men that got slaughtered when Corlys?
Yes.
That I think that was just
Yes.
no. I really think that was just a group.
Okay, okay, because I was wondering, I was like, I'm sure Corlys had more soldiers.
I hope
Yeah,
so. But the way
I think he
Ormond was
did.
talking made it seem like they got him. Because remember,
Mm.
he was saying that, she's waiting for the Valarian people, the Valarian host to come. But now we have the whatever he called him. And so
Yeah,
I'm like,
We'll see. Well, because I was thinking, well, maybe he didn't have
get him.
all of them because there
yeah,
might still be some soldiers in Driftmark.
yeah,
Not
Hopefully,
not
fingers
not the
crossed.
castle, but
yeah. But
in
the island, yeah,
wow.
Fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
Just
I
like
don't,
how
I don't think so.
the Winter Wolves are just the old soldiers from the north.
okay,
The
okay.
rest of the army is Recregan, and they're coming later.
So this is the other funny thing because when Ormond is sitting there giving his little, I don't know, his little speech or whatever about what they're about to do, when Darren said, "But how is that going to help us if the Winter Wolves are on the way?" Ormond looked like he was about to throw a punch, and then he had to remember, like, okay, I can't actually hit this kid because I'm the one that's been styling him the new king, so I can't hit him. And he started saying his little stuff to Corlys, and Corlys got up and was like, "Look, I would rather go back to my cell than have to listen to your bullshit."
Yeah, especially when he brought out Rainice.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was a miscalculation on his part
Mm-hmm.
because the man has literally given everything,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he's in too far to just all of a sudden change. No, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah. But
He's a
see,
lot of
Ormond is
things, but
not a
he's
people person, so he doesn't understand that about people.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
uh, I I don't know how this is gonna fare out for Corliss though, because I mean, what is Ormond's move after this? Okay, so yeah, Rhaenyra finds out that Corliss has been taken prisoner, finds out that he's at Tumbleton. What are you now gonna send your dragons to Tumbleton? Because I feel like at this point, Rhaenyra may not have a choice
But to burn
because
that shit down.
I think she's gonna have to, because at this point you keep trying to stay away from Tumbleton, you keep trying to say I'm not gonna burn all these people, but your shit is falling all around you. People are
Ormond's
literally dying right up under your nose.
Ormond's plan is for the dragons to kill each other.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's his plan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's his plan.
I
Yeah.
He's
mean,
he's he's trying to create a situation where she's gonna have to come. He's turned off. Tessarion is there. he knows she's gonna bring her other dragons, and he's still gonna hold. No one has heard from Aemond, so he might be like, maybe Aemond will show what we're with
Vagar.
Vhagar.
Yeah.
And he just wants the dragons to kill each other.
But see, this is the thing that Ormond doesn't understand. First of all, Tessarion is too young to fight. Tessarion has never fought.
He doesn't care. He wants them to die.
I understand that. I understand that. Care. But it's like you want the dragons to kill each other, but you're putting unskilled dragons up against dragons that have been in battle. Tessarion has never been in battle. She's still technically really young. Silverwing, Ulf's dragon, has been hiding in a cage since Jaehaerys's wife died. So she hasn't seen battle. She hasn't seen action. You really think she's going to be good enough to go against Syrax, Caraxes, Moon Dancer? No.
We know he doesn't understand dragons.
He has no idea what he's doing.
But what he does know is if he doesn't get rid of them, he's going to burn.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is to pit them against each other and let because at this point he has no other option. He's got a 20,000 man army breathing down his neck.
Yep. And he just found out his army just got killed in battle.
Right. Yeah. So all he's got is he's got to think outside the box. I'm toast one way or another. So if I can get the dragons off the board, then maybe I have a fighting chance.
Do you think that if he starts to burn, he's going to have that little sniffer thing so that he doesn't have to smell himself as he dies?
You know what? I realized he's been meeting with Ulf because he got the incense hanging up around the camp.
Mm-hmm. I saw that. He was like, "Yeah, let me get this stink away from me."
But I was disgusting when Ulf was like, "Well, that's what you said at our last meeting." I was like, "Oh my god, really, dude?"
There's two things. One thing, so somebody said that these dragons ain't built like Drogon. Drogon couldn't have been more than 6 years old. And he was out here.
He's huge.
He was huge, and he was out here taking folks out. But then the other thing, somebody was like, "So was it Ulf writing all the stuff on the walls?"
Ooh. I don't know if I feel like he was the one doing that because
I gotta process that.
He looked as surprised as anybody would be the first time he saw it, but
he can't read because then he asked someone, what did he say?
No, that was a villager kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was somebody.
Well, maybe I think that was for us to realize that he can't read either because he was listening too, like he didn't know.
No, he was the one. He was the one who gave the answer. The person.
Oh, okay.
Him.
Yeah, I don't rewatch stuff, so.
Yeah. But I don't know if I feel like he wrote that, but I feel like he was probably passing along some information, like maybe the people who were
so he was the
soldiers.
He was the lead.
Yeah, I think he was one of them. Like somebody probably saw him walking around, was like, "Hey, so we want to talk to you about such and such," especially given the fact that she had banned him from going into the city. She had banned him from going to the bars. Maybe somebody found him and was like, "Hey, come here, have a drink with us."
And Ormond is smart enough to ask him questions where he doesn't realize he's giving information that's important.
Like Hagrid. Oops, I should not have said that.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were wondering where he was getting all his information from, not just the turncoats.
Yeah.
See, he's also getting it from Ulf too. Because again, this was not their first meeting.
You bastard. Literal bastard. Pun intended.
It's like, I totally get wanting to get rewarded for what you have done and accomplished and who you are. But it's also like, dude, we're in the middle of a fucking war.
But you ain't did shit
yet. I just mean like you survived the dragon bonding ritual and all that stuff, and you knew that
you got a dragon. That's your reward.
Well, yeah, but like he can't go nowhere. He can't go nowhere on a damn dragon unless the queen tell him to.
He couldn't even stand the post for more than 2 days. You couldn't do that.
To be fair, I probably would have dipped too if I seen that shit walking around on them. That green, whatever that green thing was, that man with green and whatever that was, I probably would have dipped too. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. But it's funny because when they were up there, I'm like, okay, why don't they just go to Harranhal or go, search other places or do something? I don't know. I didn't realize they had only been there 2 days until Damon was like, "You stayed for 2 days."
I felt like I was feeling the way he was talking. I was like, damn, they must have been out there for like 2-3 weeks. He was like, 2 days. You stayed there, and y'all decided just to leave.
Right. But you know what?
What did someone say? Ormund said you put someone said you just put commoners on dragons. I mean,
that's what Aemond said to Alicent.
Yeah. How was that gonna work out?
Yeah.
Just put commoners on dragons.
Because Alicent was saying when she said that or rather when he said that he was gonna make Harrenhal his seat, she was like, your seat? He was like, yeah, isn't that what you told me to do? He said, and I can go back and claim King's Landing. She was like, Rhaenyra sits the throne with 6 dragons. King's Landing is gone. Like, we need to come up with another plan. And then he was like, her dragon riders are commoners. She sullies our name and blah, blah, blah. Bruh. Some of them folks probably got a better claim to the throne than you do.
What are we doing?
If we really want to, they do. If we really, and we talking about blood and Targaryen blood.
Yeah, but
because you didn't claim a dragon either until you was damn near 14 years old.
And then you had to do that shit. You had to sneak and do that shit.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what to say about Aemond. Because
discount Damon.
I guess Alice Rivers is just like, I'm gonna get me a Targaryen prince in me one way or the other.
Mm-hmm. So, oh my god, that's some crazy shit right there.
I don't know, but Alicent, I'm gonna need you to do better when you're trying to poison folks. Because if you
got to do better about everything.
Because here's the thing, I understand that's your son and you feel bad or whatever, but if you're not gonna go in and complete the task, you knew what you were going there to do.
He gonna kill you.
Yeah.
You had one job.
And now your son is going to kill you. And I'm so sorry. When that happens, it's going to be slow. It's going to be painful. And it's probably going to be humiliating because she humiliated him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, oh well, you made your bed.
She's like Crispy Cole. Her story's done.
It's got to be coming to an end because you can't do something that's stupid. How you gonna poison the boy and then don't finish the job? You know you what your son is.
Yeah. That's so terrible too.
But oh well. What else is in this episode? We only have one episode left for the season.
And man, I feel like it's gonna be a stinker because this one was so hype.
I don't know. I saw the preview for the next episode. Apparently there is a big battle coming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So it should
be the first battle of Templeton.
Oh.
Which, sorry, that implies there's going to be a second battle of Templeton.
I mean, isn't there always?
I mean, yeah. But
the second battle of the first battle of the Bastards.
the OGs. The OGs. Yeah. Oh, okay. So since this is on in my background, the moment Tywin Lannister said he was staying with Aegon and his two people took off.
And I'm not mad at them.
You ain't paying me enough for this, bruh.
For real.
You can't pay me enough for all this. All the gold is on Castle Rock.
Which is where we're going now. Thanks.
And you're not going to Castle Rock, but the gold is at Castle Rock. I'm going to where the gold is. Sorry, sir.
Oh my goodness. That mess was so fun. I said, they turned around, they looked at each other and they were like, yeah, we didn't sign up for this shit. Look, we already got our asses handed to us by the triarchy. We gone. We are done with this. And
Yeah.
Tyler actually had the nerve to look at them like, did they really just leave me?
Yes, they did, sir. Yes,
They
they
really
did.
did.
Oh
And,
well.
and didn't even make no comments about it. Wasn't scared about nothing. They were just like, I'm
Didn't
out.
say bye or nothing, just rude. But Laris talking about some mid to seven be ever at your side. Get the fuck out of here. Bye.
Larry was like, I
Humble
feel right
enough
about
to
this shit,
admit
but
that my presence would make no earthly difference. Yeah, you right.
I mean, he didn't lie. He
He
did
doesn't
not
lie.
lie.
Not a
No.
lie was told. But
He's
okay.
like, I know my strengths, and this is not one of them.
But I just noticed something else. Why is did Alicent not give her children anything but green stuff to wear?
No.
Girl,
That's all they
girl.
wore. That's all they wore. And she had the nerve to be wearing blue.
I just don't like you just wearing the color that's the brightest thing you can find to say who you are.
Right.
No, she
I'm
was
like,
trying to.
I understand rep your clique, rep your house, but goddamn, when your house is one of the is not very highly thought of at this given moment in time, you might want to hide that shit. Just a little bit. But okay. Oh, sheep stealing.
Hmm.
And I feel like what they should have done is when they got there, that man should have stayed away. And she should have been like, I barely made it. She should have made her cloak dirty, everything. I barely made it. He died. Something happened. And then I got away and I made it here and I'm by myself and I'm something. Instead of bringing it, then he could have snuck in a castle in the middle of the night or something and killed him if he was gonna do it. But that did he really? Why would she think that Aemond is not? He insane. He's insane, Alicent.
And also, he's very mistrustful of anybody coming from the castle under Rhaenyra's reign. And you know what? Rightfully so.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, he told Caraxes to call. Caraxes was like, okay, I'll back off. He's like,
For
but
now,
I'm keeping an eye. Look, he doing this to sheep stealer. He's like, look, I got my eye
right?
on you. But that poor Raina, when I say she looked rough,
Yeah, she just was having a bit of a time.
that poor child. Mm,
Bit of a time.
I don't. Let's just say it like this. I hope now Damon can understand how much of a shit father he has been, and he can start trying to make amends for that.
Yeah.
Because you owe both them girls a lot. Because you ain't been shit to either one of them.
Yeah, and then yeah, just a little something to just say, hey, I struggle too, would have just probably changed her whole life.
Right. Because when
I
he looked
just
at
Just
her and
that little
said,
bit.
huh?
Yeah, just that little bit. Just that
just a
little
little.
bit earlier. It would have helped a lot.
Yeah.
But it's like that thing that happens when is when there's family members who had a thing and then they make it in life and they do great and then they turn around and look at other family members and they they just treat them badly because they're on this lower level or whatever. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like you literally had to go through the same thing I'm going through now to get where you are. Why are you treating me badly? We're the same,
But
and
why are you just not telling your child this?
right, like I would have told her that years ago. She needed that when Vagar got stolen, and she didn't get to get Vagar. He should have told her at least by then.
Yes. Or even before that, when Baylor was there with her dragon, and she was sitting there at her crib at the crib with the dragon egg still in the crib, and she's sitting there, got it on the fire. She's trying to nurse it. When Lena came in there to talk to her about that, that should have been Damon going in there, being like, look, I also didn't have a dragon at your age. I had to wait a while. tell her the story of how you got Caraxes. That would have
Right.
given her some hope, and then maybe I wouldn't be in the shit that you're in now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But again, these parents not doing right by their children.
Not at all.
Viserys, Alicent, Daemon. I think Rhaenyra, for the most part, was the only decent parent. And she ended up having to send her children away. So
Yeah, because the Valerians even they was trying to marry their daughter off as a child to an
that was just
old
Corlys
man.
trying to climb the ladder.
And who else?
Corlys was trying to get up there in the in the upper echelons, and he was like, "Okay, well, I got this," which
Yeah.
is just again altogether gross. But again, this is what they used to do in the olden ages. You wanted to get riches, or you wanted to, you know, improve your standing in the town, then you married your daughter off. You basically sold her for your yeah. Anyway, we're not.
Yeah, but Renice, I think later it was Renice who looked at him and like, "You're basically the richest man in the world. What more do you want? You know, what more do you want?
Right.
And what is it going to cost you?"
Mm-hmm.
And you see
Yeah.
what it cost him.
Yeah. Yeah. She still was about to. Just Cyrus was about to get it.
Mm-hmm. She's still scrappy now.
Yeah. I mean, she still have been out in the wild.
Yeah, scrappy, but had nothing for Crax and stuff.
No. No.
Crax has got that neck and started clawing that stomach. She still didn't know what the hell was happening
Like,
at
look,
that
I ain't even asked to be here.
point. She still didn't know what was happening.
Right.
I didn't know that was possible. You could do both of those things
At the same
at
damn.
the same
Oh,
time.
okay. We have one episode left in the season, and then we have to go into our little drought. I think the final season is not scheduled to come out until 2028. So we have like a year and a half at the very least to wait, which sucks. But what do you want to see happen in this season in the next episode?
I want Alicent dead.
Okay.
I'm tired of her.
Okay.
Besides that, I want to see more dragon fighting.
More dragon.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
you know, more dragon fighting is eventually going to lead to less dragons.
Yeah.
Come on now, it's the dance of the dragons.
And
We
then
still
it's gonna be
got a whole year. We still got a whole season. We got to have some dragons in the last season.
see, but this is what I want to know because we know what happens to the dragon eggs that got sent to Pentos. That's Drogon, Viserion, and Rhaegal. So we know that. Where's these dragons that Alice Rivers got? Where are these dragons at?
I think those are just rocks,
You
but
think
this
so?
is my opinion.
I think they probably just didn't hatch, but also with the eggs that were Drogon, Rhaegal, and Viserion, there were actually 4 in that clutch. So where's that fourth egg? That's my question.
And also those, well, I hate to go back and look, but I think there was a clutch with was that the clutch that was with Silverine? Because
the one that Ulf stepped
when
on
Ulf
one.
stepped, yeah, he stepped in there, and there was a
Yeah.
clutch of eggs in there too.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Aegon has to have some eggs for Summerhall. So I
Right.
don't know if those are the
Right.
eggs that Alicent have, and that's probably why they may not have hatched. They may not be real.
Okay.
Wow. And then he did all that to make them hatch and they wasn't real. That's terrible. But yeah.
That's a possibility because we don't hear anything about those eggs anymore.
Mm-mm. I mean, but it's also possible those eggs could just be hidden somewhere. They just lying around. And of course, if people don't know,
They think they're rocks.
right.
Like you
Now,
said.
I will
Remember,
say
there was a rumor that there's a few eggs in the crypt at Winterfell.
at where?
In
Winterfell.
Winterfell, there's a Targaryen took some eggs there, and hid them in the crypt at Winterfell.
Okay. Well, that would be interesting. Okay.
It could be these eggs. We don't know.
Could be.
We'll never know.
But what I want to see, I'm getting a little bit tired of Mysarius, so I don't know if I'm quite at the point where I want to see her dead yet, but I would like to see Rhaenyra recognize that she's being manipulated and something happens in that way. I would like to see Ormond die, but he's also making things a little bit more interesting. So maybe not until the 4th season. And I think that's really it. I mean, the main thing I wanted for this season was Crispy Cole to die, and we've already gotten that. So everything else on top of that is just gravy at this point. So, any final thoughts?
That's all I had.
Ultimate episode. All right, then. One more episode left, and then we got to go into hiatus. So for now, that is it for our show. You can find us online at www.fandomhybrid.com. We are on social media, on all the social media at Fandom Hybrid. You can chat with us on our Discord channel. You can watch our videos on our YouTube channel, and you can listen to us on all major podcast streaming platforms. Thanks for listening. We hope you join the conversation next time.